What's up guys, welcome back to another video. We're starting off a little bit late today, but we're gonna be jumping straight to the good stuff, and that is the RB26 Mustang. We haven't driven this car home yet, and that is for good reason. The car made great power on the dyno, but we haven't had this thing aligned yet, and I didn't want to drive it home if the alignment was whack. I wanted to wait until the time was done. Excuse me, sir.
Sorry, Tej. Usually, when you put oil filters on, it's hand tight. Someone used the tool on this, because I can't snap it to the neck.
I'm happy to report the Mustang is finally aligned. Shout out to Tanner. He's actually now doing one of Throttle's cars now, but he came here today, did a mobile alignment for us, so this thing is finally where it needs to be, and he was actually able to adjust some of the caster. So if you guys don't remember, this wheel was too far forward. It was hitting this front fender right here, and we destroyed it and all that type of stuff. That's okay. Caster's fixed. The wheel is centered. Everything is good, but we have noticed that we have a leak on this oil filter. Now, we made sure that it wasn't the cooler or any of these lines, and it's actually weird. It's actually leaking right from the top of the oil filter, so we're gonna take this off today. I actually ordered a spare filter in the, small chances that maybe this filter that we have on there is defected. We have a replacement. We're also gonna inspect it to see maybe what's going on in there. Hopefully we find the issue. I'm happy to report the Mustang is finally aligned. Shout out to Tanner. He came here this morning, gave us a mobile alignment. He also fixed the caster on this front wheel. If you don't remember, this wheel was too far forward, and it was hitting the front fender every single time we turned it, and it was a big annoyance, and it is now fixed. The car is ready to drive home for the first time, but we're gonna be fixing an issue today that we've been trying to figure out, and we have a weird leak coming from the top of this filter. I made sure that it wasn't coming from the lines or any of the oil coolers, and it's actually leaking from the top of the filter, somewhere in this area. So I went ahead and ordered ourselves a new filter. We're gonna take this one off, hoping maybe it's the slight chance that this filter is defected somehow. I highly doubt it, but we're gonna investigate it right now. This oil filter is so tight. Calvin and I have a breaker bar and a socket on the bottom of this filter, and we can't even get the filter off. I like to think that maybe that has something to do with it leaking, that it's so tight that it maybe broke the O-ring seal or something. I honestly have no idea, but this is really ridiculous.
Hey, there it is. There it is. Okay, just
wow.
Take it off.
Oh. Dude, it like ate the side. Like,
good.
I can't even get that socket off.
Well, just give it a twist and pull it off.
It's gonna spill everywhere.
It's not gonna spill.
Then you do it. Calvin thinks this isn't gonna piss oil everywhere. I think it will. You guys are probably wondering why Calvin always wears these black things in his ears. It's because he decides that he hates the way I talk, and he hates me, so he blocks me out. What? Oh, it's spilling oil everywhere? Oh no, I'm gonna enjoy that. We had this big argument. I'm like, dude, it's gonna piss oil everywhere. He goes, no, it won't. Here you go. Now I have to get this, and I have to get my brand new white windbreaker, dropping this Friday, oily now. This is a great time to remind you guys that this Friday, Hunt Company is dropping windbreakers in black and in white. We have t-shirts, hats, and we have our water bottles that I'm very excited about, all dropping this Friday at thehuntcompany.com. Thanks for the opportunity for that plug, Calv. I just put on the new filter. I inspected the bottom of the sandwich plate. Everything looks fine. Old filter, the O-ring looked fine. I honestly have no idea what the issue is. Maybe the reason why it was so tight is because when they put it together, it was like leaking when it wasn't super tight. That's like the only alternative as to why I could think the filter was way too tight. But I'm gonna put this thing hand tight and I guess keep my eye on it over the next day. Hopefully it doesn't start leaking, and if it does, I don't know, we're gonna have to figure that out.
Just shine him up.
Calvin's shining his boot with some used RB26 oil.
Right, you gotta turn the negatives into positive. Get a little oil on the boot, turn it a little good, you know what I'm saying? Okay, next thing we have to do, there's a little bit of an oil leak on the plug.
Dude, tons of leaks, bro. Why is she leaking?
I don't know, she's a little loose.
So what it reminds me of?
Phoebes.
Your butt.
You can't.
Cause you be dropping lots of farts, brother. I'd be getting worried about you.
Stop pissing in my butt, it's full.
Before we go ahead and tackle this very dirty job, gonna have to take off this amazing windbreaker that drops this Friday to reveal another shirt that drops this Friday. Sheesh! Wow. Kyle, where are you? Give me a sheesh. Sheesh. Okay, all seriousness, like Calvin said, the drain plug has a leak, kind of like Calvin's butt. And we're gonna be, well, okay, so actually, this is gonna be interesting. Calvin says, TJ, no need to do an oil change. Don't even worry about it. I'm just gonna plug the hole. I was like, Calvin, let's just accept the L. As long as we don't got that Valvoline oil to replace it. I was like, let's just drain it, refill it, do it all. Calvin's like, nah, fam. Calvin is used to plugging
my fingers to plug holes, okay?
Look at this, yeah, it's just keeps leaking all over this pan.
Undo it.
You're crazy.
I'm gonna put my finger in the hole.
You're nuts. So I don't know why this is leaking. I'm hoping that maybe there's no crush washer. We got a few extra of those. Like taking this off, it's like I don't know what would be causing this to leak. I don't see a crush washer.
Do you have a crush washer? If we don't have one.
I thought you had one.
I don't. Let me check my bike.
Nah, I got one over here. I actually ordered like a little pack off of Amazon. Yo, what's good, Kylie?
It's not the same. That's not the same, Father. Those are tiny. Do you see how big our queen is?
I'm hoping it will work. That's it. That's all I got.
You got huge hopes, dude.
That's all I got. Oh, sheesh. Scanner doors. You guys don't know what those are for. It's all I got, Cal.
Crazy, dude.
Doesn't even use a socket. Uses a crescent wrench.
Whoa.
You're calling me crazy.
Dude.
What an odd thing to be doing that with.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
It's, okay, there it goes. Calvin seems that this crush washer is gonna be a little bit too small. Ladies and gentlemen, this might be one of the more boring things to ever do on a car, but man, I am excited to see what happens because I think that he's gonna literally get splooged all over himself. That's what I think is gonna happen right now. But hey, he doesn't think it's gonna happen. Let's find out.
Dude, it's not gonna fit. You're looking at this.
I think that bolt head is a lot bigger than what the. Whoa, hello. Everything is so tight on this car, dude. Okay, all right.
Is it tight or is it loose, Teach? Figure it out.
Well, yours.
I'm about to figure it out with my finger.
You're crazy,
I'm
dude.
about to stick my fingy in there and
you're crazy. You're gonna get it all over the subframe.
No.
I'm here for it.
No.
I'm here for it.
I'm here with my fingies ready to plug.
I'm here for it, dog. Send it.
Hold on.
Do it.
There's a lot of prep work. There's a
do it.
Mise en place. You know, you gotta.
I'm sorry, I don't.
Cook up the. You gotta prepare. You know the charcuterie board. You gotta,
a cheese plate?
Yeah, sure.
All right, good luck. Make sure to get the bolt separate. Ooh, that's a big thread. Maybe
Dude,
you're right.
You're so.
I don't know if this is gonna work.
Chop.
That's gonna be so much pressure. It's gonna go right in your eye.
Is there? There's no.
There's no crush washer, ladies and gentlemen. That's because there's no crush washer because it's so fat. You better hold tight, boy.
There's no shot. There's no shot. You're so dumb. My finger's in the wrong hole for no reason, dude. Should I stick my finger in there? I'm cupping it. We're cupping. No.
All right, I'll be back in like 5-10 minutes.
Dude, 10 minutes?
I gotta find one.
Oh my God. Quinn, please help this man. I'm cupping right now.
I'm gonna try and find this.
Oh my God. Do you have any
The odds are slow. I'll be right back.
Show them, Teach, what you found, okay?
This is not ours.
I'm over here switching hands, cupping. I've been cupping like 3 hands over here.
Dude, big cup
Does
guy.
anybody have assorted copper washers? I look Mickey in the eye and I tell him, do you have it? He says, no.
I heard that.
You heard that?
I heard it.
And then he walks over, looking at me like I'm fucking dumb.
He does the Mickey look.
I'm dumb. And then holds it out. He's like, I'm gonna drop this if you don't grab it. I'm like, I'm cupping. Well, it doesn't matter. We have.
I was over there trying to find someone to work, and shout out to Mickey because
shout out, no, dude.
I'm gonna buy this kit right now.
Put it in the hand. I am all greased up.
Okay, I'll get this on cam. Then we'll tighten it up. Hey, that was pretty good, dude. That was very graceful. I'll give that to you.
Thank you.
Nice. Shout out Mickey.
Shout out Mickey. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you for your copper plugs. You feel for our leaky holes. The Mustang should be ready to drive home. Oil filter is on. New crush washer is in.
One thing you guys haven't seen in a while is this dusty S14 that we've had sitting in the air. As you can look at the car, a lot of it's missing, and that is because when we assembled everything like a week and a half ago, there was like the chrome intercooler pipes and chrome radiator. Turbo was silver, and I just really didn't like all the different colors. We went to the full extent of painting the bay. I was like, you know what? Let's drop all this stuff off, and we got everything Cerakoted black, and we got all of our custom anodized coolant overflow, oil catch can, radiator, shroud, and all of our intercooler pipes colored, and we even got our turbo Cerakoted as well. So all these pieces just came in. Calvin swooped by this morning and picked them up. So we're actually gonna assemble some of the stuff back in today and just kind of just sit it in the car so it's not sitting on the ground. I'm really excited about this. Oh, I also painted the throttle body black as well too. So we'll throw all this stuff back in and we'll get a little peep what this motor will look like. Really excited about it. Really trying to go the extra mile and make this bay look clean. Calvin and I just finished throwing everything in, I just kind of wanted to show you guys the end product here. Not the end product, but just like a little update, because I know there's a lot on this car that I haven't been showing, and a lot of it is we're just waiting on parts. I keep saying that for the update. There's parts on this have just been taking forever to get, and while we're waiting for parts, I went out and got everything Cerakoted. So we got the intercooler pipes Cerakoted black, we have the radiator black, shroud is black, we have the oil catch can in the back is black, we got the turbo black, power steering reservoir, coolant overflow reservoir. Everything just looks a lot nicer. I just am not a fan of all like the silver or like chrome polish looking intercooler piping or anything like that. So I just feel like this looks a lot nicer, and I'm really happy with it. As we just finished our conversation about the S14, I am considering going in and getting this dropped off to get painted black, or Cerakoted black, that Cerakoted black, and that Cerakoted black. Probably will end up doing it at one point, but ladies and gentlemen, by the title of this video, you know what we're about to do. I'm excited for this. Let's take this thing home for the first time. For those who didn't see the last video, we were actually fighting a little bit of overheating issues with this car. Actually, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say overheating issues. More our thermostat opens very, very late and closes at a really awkward time for us, where it doesn't really stay at the optimal temperature. Where we want it to stay idling around like 180 degrees, and our car just doesn't do that. Our car likes to idle around like 190-ish, which isn't a bad thing. It's just a little higher than we would prefer. So I'm just curious on what our overheating issues or what our temperatures will be like when we are just casually driving. So we're about to be in a lot of traffic. Hopefully it's not like too annoying. I mean, hopefully don't have any issues. Praying for the best. Should be fine. The car is super solid, so I'm not tripping about that. Look how sweet this tachometer looks. We have the AEM CD7. I literally use this in my race car, and we have a couple different like maps we can choose our tachometer to look like. This is actually the one that I use in the race car. I'm like super familiar with the way that looks. It's kind of weird to see that on a street car, but we have a couple other maps that I like to run. This one's pretty cool. I like this one a lot. You have like your boost gauge all analog, and then you have some actual just like digital dials, which are super sick, but I actually kind of prefer this one a little bit. Super rad. So we're gonna let this thing warm up and make our maiden voyage. What? I asked Kevin here because one, he's my bestie. I want him to come over, I want him to have some dinner, I want to go in the hot tub tonight with you. But two, I really wanted to see if Kevin could get a cool photo of us doing like a roller on the way home, so we could just have it and it could be a cool thumbnail. But what I didn't tell Kevin is that we don't have anyone to drive a car for him. I know Kevin can do it, just hold his camera out of the car as we're in traffic on the freeway and get a roller of us.
One, it's rush hour.
Kevin's nervous about doing it, but I think he can do it.
Two, I'm driving myself. Three, my car is manual, so it's like this, and then I gotta go.
You got long gears, right?
Gotta hit the 1, 2.
You got long gears.
And then you want me to be like this.
Yeah. No, I'm asking a lot, but I think you can do it. And what's really great is that once Kevin takes these photos, everyone, Kevin has amazing presets that he uses, and I'm gonna link them down below. Kev, why don't you open up your phone right now and give us an example of these amazing presets.
The thing is though,
I'm shamelessly plugging Kevin's presets. Everyone go buy Kevin's presets.
And then
everyone go buy Kevin's presets.
This is before we even done the shoot, so like I don't even know if we can get a roller out of this.
Kevin is one who takes all of the amazing poster shots and all the amazing shots that you see on everything, like Hunt Company related and like car related. And the editing, you can buy the editing presets that Kevin uses.
Yeah, I feel like
so we were just in Vail, as you guys know.
Black and white. You know, my car ones, you can hit my car presets. These are my film presets.
You can use it in Lightroom on your phone. You can do it on the computer.
Look at all those.
You can literally just buy a bunch of filters that you can use for like high-end photography photos for big cameras.
You can just be like me. But we'll see how these photos turn out. I don't know, man. That's a lot to ask. I hope you know that.
No pressure. This is the thumbnail for today's video.
Oh my god.
RB26 Mustang maiden voyage is now underway. Oh boy.
These motors sound so similar.
Inline turbo, yeah. Should, kinda. Dude, there's so much traffic right now. Not a good idea, but I'll just be on your other side. Hopefully I don't overheat. We're already hot. Ugh, gosh. Normally it's like 20-ish minutes to get home. Right now it says an hour to get home. Not ideal. Yeah, these boys are like, damn, look at that. What's that motor? These boys are breaking their necks. Sheesh. So just cruising on the freeway, the car can't come down from like 219. We might have to turn around. 221. Oh, that's not what we want to see. Even going 40 miles an hour, 50, 60 miles an hour, this thing is still blazing hot. Absolutely not ideal. If we start getting like 230-ish, I'll probably stop. But see, as we stop, the car will cool down. But when we just keep driving, it just stays too hot. Sounds so sick though, holy crap. Yeah, so now our coolant's like, all right, let's start chilling out. But the moment we get on the freeway, it's like it does the opposite. You'd think that as you were driving, it would be able to stay cooler because you're getting all that fresh air. But then the moment we start stopping, it goes down. Okay, well, I can see that we're standing here. Our fans aren't moving right now. And we're getting some lights, some red lights. So for whatever reason, our fans aren't kicking on right now. Maybe it's unplugged. Oh, now the fans are on, now they're off. I don't know if you guys can see that. Now the fans are on, and our temperature's going back down. Something sus is going on with those fans. You can just see the fan just kicked off. Can you guys see that? So one of the things that I think we should look for again, because I'm not buying this as a thermostat issue, it's gotta be a pocket of air. And I know there was actually a lot of comments from you guys on the dyno video where we talked about it, and I haven't really had the chance to read them yet, but I just called my tuner and he was just like, dude, check to see if there's maybe a big pocket of air in that thing, because the fact that it gets cold when we are stationary is definitely not right. It definitely could be a big pocket of air. So fortunately not a lot of ripping today, but hey, we're, you know, taking one lesson at a time here, crossing one issue off at a time, and we're getting to the bottom of this overheating issue. But this thing is badass, dude. It feels so cool to be driving this car on the street. All right, the car is running pretty warm, but I have to do a little pull for the boys. I'm gonna try and do this one-handed. I ran out of road. Whoa! It's rowdy, guys. It's so sick. I can't wait to really like fine-tune this and really dial it in. It's what it needs, but it's gonna take a little bit of time to get it just right. It's a work in progress. Besides the thermostat or air pocket being funky, whatever, a fan issue that I discovered that I actually called Ryan, who made the harness. We are having an issue where he said we're not getting enough amperage to the fan, so we keep getting like this fail-safe light, and you can see it because right now our left fan isn't working and our right fan is. And he said it's actually a pretty simple fix, and it's probably just because his fans are working harder than they ever thought they were going to. It's pretty much how he explained it to me. I'm no like expert, but I'm kind of trying to say what he said to me. So essentially what we're gonna do tomorrow, he can send me a link to download a program onto a computer, and we can just go into the PDM and we can raise the amperage that is required for that fan, and he said it should solve that issue, which will help our overheating issue, but we still need to address that. Potentially there could be a pocket of air in there. So tomorrow when we get to the shop, because of course I don't have anything here at the house to like bleed any sort of like coolant or anything, we'll be able to jack this car up, get a high point on the coolant system, and kind of try to just add some more water to the system and see if we can get it to take any more, maybe flush out a bubble. All that matters is that Jumba got the shot.
Okay, got honked at.
You did?
I might have grinded.
No, the guy honking was a guy who was like stoked on the car.
I cut off a little Honda Fit. She was not happy.
Oh.
Might have grinded first a little bit. But,
what?
But dude, I was like, oh.
Was it? Well, I appreciate you got a good shot.
I think we got it.
Oh, you got some bangers.
Ooh.
This preset's gonna go on real nicely, dude. You got fire photos.
I got a bunch. Look at that. They're all from the same angle.
It's all right.
But all that matters is
3/4 shot thumbnail.
We need one. We need one for the thummy.
Damn.
It was sketchy, but we made it.
So cool to see a JZ, a rotary, RB26. I guess the twin turbo V10, but pretty cool. Turbo everything, baby.
TJ.
You gotta be kidding me.
Shut your ass.
I was over here showing Kevin this amazing little crappy crimp job I did. Kevin comes over here, touches it once, fucking knocks it out.
Okay.
You gotta be kidding me.
That means your crimp job is ass.
Well, I didn't have the right tools. Those are too big.
That's an ass crimp job.
Okay,
I breathed on it.
Dude, dude, I literally, I did a 45-minute vlog yesterday, literally doing that.
Do you think that my little breath, that's gonna hold up over the dunes?
Okay, I actually ordered stuff from Amazon, and I think it got delivered today. We'll check. He is right. Those are crap. It's not his fault. They were gonna fall off regardless. I was just, and got our Amazon packages. So I ordered some heat shrink ones that are for smaller gauge wire, so we should fix that crap that we did yesterday. Damn, that shirt though, dropping this Friday. Okay, so for one, we can quickly fix Kevin's mistake We can actually use this now, and then we can heat shrink it so that won't get all screwed up. So, look, why don't you go over there and unbolt it and bring it over here so I can fix it?
Why don't you go and actually
Heat shrink wire connectors from Kujet.
Overnight Amazon.
I'm sorry your puny little fingers couldn't crank it hard enough to hold on to the wire.
You ever order stuff from Amazon and you're like, hey, what is this right now?
Bro, that was so aggressive how you opened it.
I don't know what this is. Oh, I know what it is. Spare parts for this Sunday.
Spare parts? What is that?
This is the CVT belt for the Razor. These things break all the time, so it's always a good idea to have a spare one with you, because if this breaks, we're in the desert, we're bricked. So always carry a spare.
Smart man.
Well, I gotta do some more Razor mods. Yesterday's video was a 45-minute vlog for me just doing those wire connectors, and then you go out and you just break it.
I hope you know that, like, that connection.
No, Kevin, that would not have happened.
Yeah, but that would have not held up.
Wouldn't have happened. Wouldn't have happened. Nope. Nope. It would have been fine.
Okay.
It would have been fine.
Or you could have just called me and I would have been able to do it correctly. And I would have done it in 5 minutes instead of 45, like yo trash ass.
You were busy. I saw what you were doing.
What was I doing?
I saw what you were doing.
You can't put that in the video.
I saw what you were busy, dude.
You can put it in the video.
It's in there. All right, I'm gonna go fix this like a man. I also recharged that bike because you left the switch on. You killed the battery, Chach.
It wasn't me.
It was you.
I don't touch that bike.
No one else rides that bike but you.
No. I don't touch that bike.
All I'm saying is I know it was you.
I asked TJ if he had the uncrimpifier. Now he's looking for it. Did you find the uncrimper?
Yeah, it's in your ass, bud.
Hey, you can't be saying that.
Oh, it's right here.
What is that uncrimp?
Kevin, I'm just gonna pull it out like a doctor. I bet you actually, if I went like this, you might be able to undo the crimp.
I was just kidding. There's no uncrimper.
Thanks, Kevin. I didn't know that.
You were looking for one.
No. I said I'm gonna get the tool and I'm gonna squeeze it the other way. I'm going to Korean barbecue tonight. I'm not inviting you.
That's messed up.
Sorry,
that is so rude.
Sorry, man. I don't know what to tell you.
This video is gonna be 45 minutes long because you're gonna take forever.
I don't know if I'd want another 45. I gave him a banger 45 yesterday.
Well, it's not a banger because I wasn't in it.
Okay, this isn't working.
Oh yeah, I bought heat shrink crimpers on Amazon.
Grant makes an appearance day 2.
And you burn it. You caught it on fire.
Blow them up with a torch.
You burnt it. It cinched through.
No, I think it's
You
fine.
just need to do it
No.
light heat, TJ.
That's cinched.
What do you mean? It's gonna work fine.
That's exposed wire.
No, it's not, Kevin.
Why is he doing this again?
Because I went and touched it and then it fell off.
It was a temporary hold.
No, he goes, it'll be fine for the desert.
Goes back to burning it.
I looked at it the wrong way and it fell apart.
I'm not burning it. I'm just trying to get it to do its job. Grant, this is crappy stuff.
Dude, that looks terrible.
What are you doing?
All right, you know what? Cut the clip. You guys.
I asked TJ to do a little tug test and look what you just pulled the wire out the middle. Now you're screwed.
No, there's more.
Look at this. Look at this little. What is this?
You f***ed me, Kevin.
What? I didn't touch a single thing.
See you do it.
Dude, can you fly out here and help this kid?
Yeah, I'm on my way. He can't afford me, but I told him I'd come help.
This video's gonna be 45 minutes of you messing with wires again.
We're in trouble, dude. We're in big ass trouble right now.
All right, so TJ's bunk job.
Okay, no, not a bunk job.
Well, whatever.
Not funny.
TJ walked away, and I got it all together, wrapped up.
Yeah, you didn't even test it.
I don't need to test it.
Okay. So I was actually talking with Grant and he made a pretty cool thing I've never noticed, but that's not a coolant overflow, that's a coolant expansion tank. And what Grant was explaining is, so think of that as part of the radiator system. So that cap right there is actually the cap for this radiator, because you notice it's completely closed off right here. So essentially what he was saying is, we have a out and an inline for this radiator system, but this line on the top right is just, whoa, Kev, draining to the floor. And essentially what he's saying is that's supposed to go to a coolant overflow tank to suck water, and if that expansion tank is sucking, it would compress the spring up, allowing that drain feed on the top to suck air, because that should be going into a coolant overflow tank. The whole point of this conversation is tomorrow I have a spare coolant overflow tank that we were supposed to use on the S14 that I ended up not using because I had a spare one. So I think tomorrow I'll be able to mount an overflow tank on this, or we'll test it on like a water bottle or something, and we'll see if we can get any pockets of air eliminated, or to see if it sucks air from that bottle, because if it does suck air from that bottle, then it would prove Grant's theory that like that expansion tank is sucking air, just introducing more air into the system rather than pulling water in, which would explain the issue that we thought was a thermostat issue the whole entire time, but it's actually sucking air from the drain hose. So I don't know, shout out to Grant, because he literally saw it and was like, hey, that looks funky, and we're gonna test it tomorrow. So that concludes the RB26 mystery of overheating for today's vlog. I've talked about it a lot and I'm done talking about it, but shout out to Grant.
You didn't explain it that well, but I think they understand what you mean.
Okay.
Put an overflow tank on it. It should solve the problem. That's all I'm saying.
We'll talk about it in tomorrow's vlog. I'll explain it better. I'll try to. I'll visually be able to explain it.
All right, Tuju's like, you didn't test it, so let's test it. Oh! Would you look at that? I did it in 5 minutes, not 45. Huh? I was telling everybody how I fixed it way better than you. Hello? There you have it.
Just had a late night hot tub session, and this isn't my water. We all have the same water bottle. Sabrina has that water.
All of us have the same.
Mine's by my clothes.
Yeah, but
this is yours. You're further along than me.
This is all I want to say.
Yeah, but you got a sticker.
This is my, I have a sticker on mine. We have finished, and what does that say? What does 9 p.m. say, everyone?
Peace out and keep moving forward.
I'll see you boys tomorrow.